Now in the CPCB study, the large number of samples have been taken. This is not a one or two samples. For example, this first study on the effect of air pollution on human health in Delhi, we have taken more than 6,500 samples. 6,500 adult samples were taken, and then various parameters was analyzed and is correlated with the particulate matter, both for the fine particulate matter and coarse particulate matter. Similarly, these are the parameters. I will not go in the detail, but these are the parameters we have analyzed. The findings, you can see that it was a peer reviewed by AIMS, etc. When the report has come, because we are not the expert, so we have sent this report to the Indian Council for Medical Research as well as AIMS for peer review. And after they have cleared, we have released those documents, and this is available in the website. So we have the report says, the health study says that the air pollution is definitely associated with the respiratory symptoms in the Delhi's residents. So we have found a very good correlation between the fine particulate matter as well as the health of the how it is affecting the health of the people here. Similarly, the second study with the children, lung function of children of Delhi, is a very detailed study, and again the number of samples we have increased. About more than 11,000 samples were taken. Different schools samples have been taken to the different children in the schools, and then various parameters were analyzed. So I will again, study protocol I will not go, but there's a lot of effects have been made, and then the findings are again reviewed by AIMS and ICMR, and the results have been released. Based upon this study, Ministry of Environment and CPCB, from CPCB we have given the work to IIT Kanpur for developing the air quality standard. And I think in the morning already various speakers have told you about what are the air quality standard. So this is the old air quality standard, I will say. You can see that the three areas were there. Residential area, and then sensitive area, all sort of three areas, and then long-term standard and annual average. Annual average is a long-term standard, and the 24-hour standards were prescribed in the old standard. And then finally in November 2009, the new air quality standard have been released by Ministry of Environment and Forest, and I will try to explain to you what are the standard and what are the monitoring capability we have in the country. Now the sulfur dioxide, you can see that the annual average is 50, and for ecological sensitive area, which will be declared by central government and Ministry of Environment and Forest, very stringent standards have been kept, just 20 microgram per meter cube. That means SO2 will be protected in the sensitive area, ecologically sensitive area. Annual average is 50, but the 24-hourly standard, the short-term standard is kept 80 microgram per meter cube, and the method of analysis is improved Western Geikie available, and the second is the ultraviolet fluorescence. These facilities are generally available in all state pollution control board and the state authorities and the central pollution control board. Only thing is that the things which we have to be careful about the quality of the reagents. In morning, I think it has been told also that AR grade chemicals we have to use. Otherwise, the complex which is formed with the tetrachloromercurate, it will be absorption will be not fully if you not use the AR grade, and the absorption will be sufficient. Either you put the 2 impinger or the flow rate should be maintained at least minimum 0.5 liters per minute. If you increase the flow rate, then the thing will that SO2 will not absorb, it will escape. So these things I think already discussed, I will not go into detail, but the SO2 things, generally the facilities are available now. The oxide of nitrogen, again the short-term standard is kept 80 microgram, and the short-term is 40, and annual is 40, and the 30 for the ecological sensitive area. Again the methods have been prescribed, modified sodium arsenide method, which is very standard method, very good method, and for automatic continuous monitoring is chemiluminescence. And generally these facilities are available, and the chemical method analysis is available now. Particulate matter, we have the PM10, and the methods are given gravimetric, TOEM and beta attenuation. Now the annual average is 60, and the 24-hour standard for PM10 is kept 100 microgram. Most of the NAP monitoring stations, we are doing the gravimetric measurement facilities are available. CPCB and other, some of the continuous monitoring is using the BAM, the beta attenuation now, and the TOEM has to be introduced gradually. We do not have much experience on TEOM, but CPCB is not doing, and this system will be introduced gradually for monitoring of the PM10. Particulate matter having size less than 2.5 micron, the three methods are given again, garometric and the TOEM and beta iteration. There our experience is less because very less data is generated on PM2.5. And gravity measurement may be developed country-wide. That's why this type of training is organized by the company here. In the continuous air quality monitoring station, which we have now about 50 stations we have, where the the beta attenuation method is being followed. And again the TOEM, we do not have much experience in the country, but it is developed gradually. Ozone, these are new parameters which is very important because you know that it is the reaction between oxide of nitrogen and hydrocarbon in presence of sunlight, and ozone is very critical, especially in the climate change issues. Now it is required that the proper ozone measurement should be made. Here the method of measurement is given UV photometric as well as the chemiluminescence and chemical methods. CQMS is equipped with UV based chemiluminescence because we have this online analyzer already, so ozone will not be a problem. But the chemical methods, again the chemical method is available, but the sampling period which is not specified, I think we can, CPCB I think is working on that, but 9 hours to 17 hours may be introduced for the ozone monitoring, not only the 24 hours, because the nighttime ozone measurement is not very good because it is a photochemical reaction between hydrocarbon and oxide of nitrogen. There is no question of during night time the formation of ozone. So CPCB is working on this, but I don't know, but it may come between 9 hours to 17 hours monitoring for the ozone. Lead. Lead is another pollutant, although we have phased out the lead from the gasoline in the year 2000, but still lead is present in the ambient air because there is large number of secondary lead industry are in operation in the country. So we have in the new standards, the standards have been kept for annual average as well as 24 hourly. Method of measurement is also given. And now because the SPM standard is taken out, it appears that the lead is to be monitored in PM10, and the facility is already available, either AS or EDXRF. Both the instruments are generally, AS is available in most of the laboratories now, and but EDXRF are to be developed. And once the sampling is done with using the Teflon filter paper, it can be analyzed in the EDXRF. In CPCB, I think we have developed this facility for EDXRF. Carbon monoxide is another critical pollutant from the vehicle pollution point of view. And again, the 8 hourly and 1 hourly standards have been kept. 8 hours is 2 milligrams, that is 2000 microgram, and 1 hour is 4 milligrams. Again, the non-dispersive infrared spectroscopy is the recommended methods, and it can be analyzed with the NDI analyzer, which is followed either by CPCB and SPCB, but many data is not available on carbon monoxide. That is required for the country. Ammonia, again the standard method is there. Benzene is a very new parameter which is given a standard of 5 microgram per meter cube. Annual one standard is given. Again, it is based upon the gas chromatography, based upon continuous analyzer, one method. And second method is given adsorption and desorption followed by GC analysis. Then the BTX analyses are being used in the continuous monitoring station, either maintained by CPCB and SPCB. And active 24-hourly sampling, diffusion tubes followed by desorption in CS2 and final GC analysis. This method is standardized by CPCB, and it can be used nationwide monitoring for those.